And the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the locker. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The final shot before the break. Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. From the gun, here's Stafford. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, 36 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drained clock, too, with the drive.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First run now for Kyron Williams. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Slot man moves right.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Kyron Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Now Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That one complete out to Dotson.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Smith catches left side.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Well, they brought the pressure and that man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hurts.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown, 30 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They like to see the game play a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is the execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Play action. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
Down to the 10.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Darius Slayton the pick. An interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. When they went for 2, but they didn't get that time.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford going to throw from the outset. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's Stafford. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. This opening drive is taken into the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10. right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And got his man complete.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce,
70 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to find Atwell open downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Stafford now to throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Back to throw, Stafford.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
In motion goes the tight end.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Williams again.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kyron Williams
taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Rams have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Going deep for Hopkins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. From the 43, here's second down and 7.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 50, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing is Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The big fella. And what are we return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Mahomes.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Mahomes now to throw.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now Stafford.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Option play, they'll run with Williams.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 19-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins taking it in.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll find Higbee open downfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here in this fourth quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Stafford now to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now it's Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Eluding the pressure right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it, and that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down.
Now Stafford.
This ball intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football